Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 10th episode of Kuma 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 Bear. And last episode, we had a nice little date between Yuna and Fiona, but we also did something pretty big, like we got essentially the world's greatest restaurant up and running, all of our employees running around, everyone doing their best, supporting us, a big old success where just everyone's happy and we've just discovered heaven, really. That's what the last episode was, I think. So yeah, let's get into this episode and see what we're in for. So 3, 2, 1, play. Bum, 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 bum. House. Bear. Oh. That kinda made me jump. Can't believe that. It's like alarm clock or a... no, a phone. That was my second guess. So she is waiting for that communication. Bear. Close enough. Doesn't make it less special. It's just... oh. Well, it's a good thing that outfit's probably warm. Yeah, gotta love that bear equipment. And your bear comrades. I'm glad to hear you say that, but hope you're not raising any flags there. But that was just a really cute scene, just Fiona just sitting all there, just excited to answer the bear phone. And apparently Yuna's in a blizzard, so... hopefully nothing goes wrong there. Oof. Just... I've seen the opening several times, but there are just some parts that are so funny to me. Okay. They are smaller than I remember them being. Um, okay, apparently that's a mechanic. Definitely much more convenient if they can do that. Probably. That sounds about right to me. Thanks for the recap. Can't forget that. I'd be surprised if you weren't. Oh, okay. Apparently, I was misled. uh, I guess everything can't be perfect. But your life is pretty close. Let's be honest. You need me to rub your belly? I think we might have. I do vaguely remember that. Just gonna go get him yourself? Yeah, okay. That's the Yuna way. Oh. Aye aye. Well, that's the beginning of a new journey right there. Okay. Are there blizzards around there? Right. Yeah, I mean, we can handle it, no problem. I mean, for regular people it might be hard, but not for you and H-on. Yep, you figured it out. We're going on an adventure today. We made the same comparison. Some things are worth it. That's true. Japan has a very quite the food culture, so you know, especially seafood. Yeah. I'm just glad we're all caught up now about what's going on. I feel so informed. Oh, do we see a person collapsed? Or no, people, plural. Yeah, they don't have bear suits. Unfortunately. That was your first mistake. Gotta get one of those. Dumbo, that's a cool name. Yuda. I like that name too. You're welcome for saving your life. Yeah, you also just pop a big old house, you know, as you do. Yeah, it's kind of secret. Let's keep that on the down low. Did you also want fish? Oh, not a kraken. Did someone release it? Yeah. A kraken nest. What a horrifying concept. That would be quite rough, yeah. I gotcha. Oh no, more problems. The kraken's bad enough. Well, yeah. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Unless a certain bear helps them. Well, no, we already came this far. Yeah, exactly. I know how Yuna thinks, sort of. I mean, I don't mind. I guess it's fine. Good thing we have two bears, always one for passengers to ride on. That's a straight up port town. Yeah, it's like right next to the water. That's what I assumed. So, anyone here to greet us? To tell me I'm weird because I'm wearing a bear suit? Anybody gonna do that? Yeah, they're too depressed. Understandably. So, when do we beat up the Kraken? Oh, there's people. Now we see where they all were. 1.5 is my final offer. Hopefully they don't want bear meat. Yeah, I'm sure there could be like a couple that could manage, but not a lot, for sure. That's a ripoff, probably. Supply and demand, I don't know what to tell you. Economics. You should try to get a graphics card. Huh. Okay. Gotta play that game, huh? Easy for you to say. I bet you're not starving. Of course he is. Yeah, it's really not. I mean, if the alternative is starving to death, you know, don't have a lot of room to haggle. Yeah, Mom, you never listened to us. Yeah, but you brought Yuno and Achan, that's better, honestly. This show's trying to make me cry again, isn't it? Yuna, please help them, this city, kill the Kraken. Yeah, I mean, not after seeing that, you can't not help, like... Oh, well then. Did anybody want some food? Some unit could probably make a killing selling food here. Oh, you were for the opening. I've never seen you. Finally, you showed up. My god, I was waiting so long. Even the fishtail waifu from Maid Dragon didn't take this long. So, it's nice to meet you. Ouch. Yeah, I mean, you can tell she's like an adventure person, right? Never would have guessed she was in a port town. It's because what she does. Yeah, don't let my cute bear suit fool you. Don't laugh at me. Yes, you want to say hi to a black snake thingy I killed? She doesn't believe. Well, yeah, I'm not exactly from town. I'm kind of out of town. Here's my card. Maybe you've heard of me. Not only that, I helped a couple adults get back here too. So, get wrecked. Here we go. Now we're gonna get some realizations here. It's no big deal or anything, just all in the day's work. That's a change of tone real quick. It's a good thing I'm here. Well, there's always time to drink. Clearly demonstrated. Yes. That's a lot. I just have it in my pocket. Don't mind me. Just gonna throw it on the table like in the opening. I mean, might be surprised. But even if we do have to stay for a while, it's no big deal. Cool little port town you got here. He's fired up. Finally something to do besides drink tea. But that would be good too. So, yeah, here comes the food. And it's not a ripoff, so feel free to cheer and offer your appreciation for Yuna's hard work. All in a day's work, saving towns, as we do. But yeah, I bet he's not too happy. You know, the guy that was happily profiting off of people's suffering and starvation. Sight. Yeah, we did kind of come here for fish, didn't we? I thought that feather was an ear at first. Like she had sharp elf ears. We'll take her. Yeah, I really do. Please come back. So, yeah, the place seems a bit better. Exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, we still gotta beat up that Kraken, right? Fisticuffs. Yeah, I would be surprised if a Kraken was small. Hello, Belly. Oh, it's her. Or we could beat it up. Yeah, definitely not an ideal environment for battle. But I still think you can manage something. Oh, we can shoot fire, right? You know, like that. So we gotta figure out a strategy to beat up the Kraken. Maybe we could lead it to land. Oh yeah, that was mentioned too. Maybe we could beat them up. They're on land, right? It's pretty amazing, isn't it? Is that a bad guy? I feel like that's a bad guy. You know, skulking in the back alleyways and all that. Probably connected to this guy. Bad adventure, I guess. Little bears. Little bears are playing. Huh. We gotta visit her soon. Maybe we can teleport over there real quick. We can do that, right? I think that would be nice. Nah, they're all tuckered out. I like how we have little phone calls to kind of keep in touch. You know, just shows you how important she is to her. Oh, those are bear those are bear paws. I thought maybe bad guys had snuck in or something at first, but that's better. Oh, maybe bad guys have snuck in. Well, they're in the process of it. Do we gotta beat up a couple people? Or is it gonna be a false alarm? No, that's definitely bad, guys. Yeah, you're not gonna sneak up on me. Three? Yeah, that would piss me off too. Some things are unforgivable, and that's one of them. So, do you regret your life choices yet? Well, you were misled. I just beat you up. Well, we'll see about that. Just give me a minute. So, are you in a talkative mood yet? No waiting for you. Yeah, I'm sure the second one of you will talk. Right, I mean, I assume not much. I need some names here. And locations, yeah, that was the other thing I was thinking. There's probably some more people she needs to talk to. Well, Yuna has another choice. Like coming for a visit. That almost sounds like a death flag. We found you. Are you ready to play? I love how that just is the worst thing of the two. Man, she can sound scary when she wants to. Bear smoke cloud. Wait, what? Wait, what? Where? How does the show do that? I was nowhere near ready for the show to end. I don't think any show this season is consistently as go by in 5 minutes as this show is. It's cool how we get to visit a new town this episode. And I always like port towns in video games and anime. I just kind of like that idea, living in a place where you can just like see the ocean like at almost all times as you're going about your day. I don't know. I don't know. Bear fights squid? Question mark. Why is there a question mark? Is it because it's not a squid? Because it's a kraken? A kraken's similar to a squid, but not exactly a squid? Is that what it's about? I don't know. I don't know. But I do know that that was the 10th episode of Kuma 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 Bear. And this episode, fish. You know, Yuna wanted some fish, and she went to go get some. You know, it's pretty much as simple as that. She found the nearest place to go do that, and then she went out to go do it. And she also saved some people on the way, because not everyone's lucky enough to have a couple of cool bear companions, a bear suit, a house she can just whip out of her pocket. Most people just aren't lucky enough, and are not privileged enough to have such things. So she kind of leveraged that to save them. So they were pretty appreciative, right? And then we brought them back over to the town. And that's when I mean, they already told us about it, but actually seeing the town is when it really sunk in just what a bad situation they're in. because the Kraken and the band of thieves have made it very difficult for this town to flourish at all, right? So it's a bit sad. I mean, the saddest thing was when our family got fully reunited. They all got back to each other, right? And then, you know, the kids were obviously quite worried because what they were doing was incredibly dangerous, and they only got back alive because of Yuna. If it wasn't for her, they would be dead, probably. So, you know, just the moment when the child was like, it's okay, I'm not hungry, and then you hear the stomach rumble, that was probably the part that stabbed me in the heart the most, you know, trying to force yourself to seem like you're okay so your parents don't put themselves in danger. Just, the pain. Like, Yuna could not help but help them. Like, you can't just walk away after seeing that. You just, especially if you actually do have the means to help, but Yuna does. Like, she pretty much more or less single-handedly saved this town, right? Like, it's still a work in progress, but it's already looking a lot better. You know, we had a scene a little bit dedicated specifically to point that out, right? Of course, some people were more or less happy about the situation, like the one, what do they call his position? The merchant leader person, whatever you want to call him. The guy clearly looks like the most bad guy-ish person in the episode, right? That guy, you know, he was clearly profiting off of this severe. The phrase is losing my mind. Left my mind. Supply and demand thing, because as supply drops, you know, demand goes up, and you know what little is available, the price goes up because people will pay it because people need it, right? So, you know, if you're the one selling stuff, it's not a problem for you. It's only a problem for all the people that are trying to feed their children, you know? But, you know, who cares about them if what matters is you making a profit, right? No, not at all. But that's clearly how he sees things. At least that's the impression I got. But, yeah, we actually met up with... She was like, what, the guild master? That was her position, right? Because we see her, we walk at her just enjoying a nice beverage. And she just, yeah, right out the gate did not have a whole lot of respect for Yuna, you know? She didn't seem to realize that she was an adventurer, you know, a pretty famous one. You know? Of course, Yuna also made a comment about, you know, did I accidentally enter an adult establishment? That was quite funny. But, you know, it's the Adventurers Guild. Okay, that's your name. I was looking for it. Atla? Is that how you pronounce that? Atola, yeah, the guild master. Okay, so yeah, I've been waiting to meet her for a while because she has a very, you know, distinct character design, and so I always very much noticed her in the opening, but she was never in the show. She was never in the show. Like, we're freaking 10 episodes into it, and she hadn't showed up yet, to the point where I didn't want to bring it up anymore because I felt like I had a lot. But then she showed up in this episode, and now we know why she never showed up before, because she was in a town that we were not in. So yeah, of course she never showed up. We had to come to her, and Yuna just didn't do that until now. So I can't really blame her, I guess. You know, but just episode 10 is just crazy for a character to show up in. But you know, better late than never, as they say. But yeah, we spent a decent amount of time just Yuna convincing her who she is. You know. Once she whips out the card and she's able to like scan it or whatever she did, and she sees all these accomplishments, you know, the Goblin King, the Black Viper thing. After that, her tone changed real quick from condescending to something less condescending. So that was pretty funny though. And also the drink, you know, was revealed to be tea, so that was kind of funny too. But anyway, we struck a deal. You know, we're gonna provide food for the town to make them suffer less, which seems entirely reasonable to me. Luckily, Yuna has her magical pocket, which some people want to steal. Because, you know, if you're a thief, then you see something as wonderful as a magical pocket, you want to steal it. That makes sense. But, you know, you don't steal from Yuna. If you try to do that, that's the last thing you'll ever do. Especially if you're stupid enough to try to interrupt her when she's sleeping. You learned real quick that you don't do that. You don't. Not if you value your life. Those boys almost got eaten by a bear. So, yeah, they started talking pretty quick once that threat appeared. We also met this one girl, you know, she was at like some kind of restaurant place. What was it? No, inn. It was an inn. Okay, gotcha. It was an inn. Well, we met a girl there. She looked fairly important. You know, I mean, her design was interesting, so I imagine she'll come back later. We didn't get much with her here, like maybe 10 seconds of screen time, and she just kind of walked away. So I'm sure we'll get more of her later, hopefully. We actually got to see the Kraken from shore. Like, I guess it's just that close, and it is pretty big. And I made a lot of comments about Yuna kind of just beating it up, but I do acknowledge that that's easier said than done, because it's swimming in the water. That's not an ideal environment for a bear to fight in, right? Or anyone to fight in, really, unless you're like a sea creature, I guess. It's really not ideal. Same reason why fighting sharks is quite difficult for a person, because, you know, you're in their territory. So I understand that's difficult, but I do believe Yuna can figure out something. She's pretty powerful, pretty strategic, intelligent. She gets things done. She gets things figured out. So I think she can manage something. Even if it's just like tricking it into coming into like an area that can be like blocked off and then have the water drained. Right? There was this episode of Dororo that had something like that. So that's what I'm imagining. If you've seen that show, then you'll know what I'm talking about. So I imagine something like that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything to say aside from the Fina stuff, which was great. We had at least a couple different phone calls, you know, just like checking up on her, you know, like you would, you know, if your wife is out on a trip or whatever. It's like, hey, I just want to make sure everything's going okay, you know, I'll come visit you soon. We'll come together next time, okay? It's like all that stuff. I really enjoyed all that stuff. Fina very much not being forgotten here. I just love how much importance they give to Fina. Like, there's been a lot of characters that Yuna has briefly interacted with, right? A lot of girls, you know, but none of them have been anywhere near to the level of Fina as far as their relationship with them goes. That's quite clearly more than a few tiers above the rest, and the show does a pretty good job of making that clear. Right? She's never truly forgotten by Yuna. And they both are obviously quite happy when they get to hear each other's voices on the phone. So I do appreciate all that stuff, for sure. And I do think that is all I got to say. Just the final scene with Yuna just attacking the thieves, because the thieves are horrible people. So, you know, we needed to do that. And then it just ended, like, all of a sudden. Like, I wasn't ready for that. Like, I've lost track of how many times the show has done that to me. It just ended when I was expecting like the mid card to show up or something. It did it again, and I kind of wish it would stop. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do in the next episode. Like, I'm assuming the evil merchant looking guy has some kind of connection to the thieves, but that's just an assumption I'm making because I don't like him as a person, so I assume the worst. But we'll see. There may also be some plot twist in regards to our guild master girl, but maybe potentially being a bad guy. I don't want to believe she is, but I am open to that possibility, for sure. But I want to trust her, you know. Just the punches, all the punches Yuna does to the bad guys. Could you imagine just those soft bear punches that are soft and yet still so painful? That'd be something, wouldn't it? But anyway, yeah, that was the episode. I do want to see her beat up the Kraken. I do hope that's a thing at some point. We've beaten up the thieves, so the next time should be beating up the Kraken. I'd love to see that. You know, like in Super Mario Sunshine, you beat up the Kraken, you like pull its legs and like pooh, and then, you know, you ground pound it and stuff. So I imagine kind of like that. Although in that battle, it was on the ground, so probably wouldn't work as well in the water. So we still got to get it out of the water, ideally, if we can manage that. So hopefully we can. But anyway, I liked it. Good episode. Got some good Yuna stuff. A cool new town to be in. A new character that I've been waiting to meet for a while. So a lot of good stuff in the episode. Now I gotta wait for the next one. Hopefully it comes sooner rather than later. I mean, I know when it comes. I just hope the week goes by quickly. So fingers crossed, I guess. Thank you for watching. And a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.